Welcome back to the show. This is the Margaret River Pro, the seeding round unfolding. And we just had a very close heat, some slower conditions, a few lulls in that last one. So as a result, we're adding an extra 5 minutes to the clock for these last three heats.
Is one that's gone down and it's been spoken about a lot and was a part of that day. And then got to do the big day at Margie's too. Here we go.
Ezekiel Lau up at the moment. He's up against Michael Rodrigues, and Wade Carmichael here hasn't had a fantastic start to the year, but he's going to try and turn it around on his opening ride here at Margaret River. Super explosive with the first turn, whipped it into a reverse midway through the ride and took it right through to the dry reef.
Success at this level is not often physical. We see his first section, beautiful, just jams that tail at the end, and then here a tiny, tight little section and gets the spin in there and then completes this one just in time to get out before the reef. Coming from behind, as you see there, which means he gets up into that lip and the wave is nice and steep still, and he's able to do that beautiful carve to tail drift and then into that reverse on the inside. Would definitely be happy to start on.
Michael Rodrigues up at the moment, coming off the back of his best result in a championship tour event. In his second year on the CT, he got to third place, lost out to Jeremy Flores.
Oh, massive first turn there from Michael Rodrigues. Not much after that, but that first turn.
And at different stages through last year, it just went completely missing. So he reconnected with that kind of form.
Well, here, Wade Carmichael talking about form.
Wade Carmichael, 2 quarterfinals already this season.
Oh.
Looks to be on some of the best boards.
That's been critical on a well-surfed wave. Wade Carmichael, first float, just has beautiful drift in it. In the end there, the way he whipped that cutback up into the lip, it took some talent, took some power, and he's got both.
The competitor at the moment has kept his rails so clean throughout the season. Zeke's up once again, open with a 6, and this will be a solid backup for the surfer representing Hawaii.
And I feel like that wave that he got the 6 on, the wave itself was not that great, but he surfed it up to a 6. So the performance really giving him those points there. And that's a good start because the judges obviously liked what he did on that. And in your mind, you go, well, when you haven't had the opportunities, we look at the replay. First turn, drift of the tail. Second one, lays back, stays super tight. His positioning on this wave has been absolutely perfect the whole way. He's been really tight to the pocket.
Not showing much potential, but beyond that, Friday, we definitely have a new swell building through the day. Conditions might be a little challenging, but we're going to have good waves hopefully by the afternoon. Into Saturday, which is going to be really firing. We've got a great swell, really good winds. We'll be looking closely at the box on that day. And then the next 3 days after that, there's definitely pockets of good surf, so we're trying to make the most of those.
Like the best surfing Michael Rodrigues and Ezekiel Lau can do is maybe not coming out of them with the jersey on. Michael's trying to change that though. Nice start to this ride. It's starting to step out a little bit on the inside. But Wade's just getting comfortable competing at a higher level performance-wise with the jersey on than these 2 competitors, it feels like.
Done what he has done, achieved what he has achieved on the rail. And he has a lot more to go.
Here he goes at the moment. Gathers some speed. Throws everything at that section. So a big opportunity now for Zeke Lau to better a 4.73. Bit of release out of the lip. Now goes to the rail and really digs in hard. Bring it through to the inside. Little layback jam. 6'2". Knows how to swing it round on a smaller ride though.
Fair to say all 3 of these guys are having a proper dig. They're not holding anything back. They're not surfing to just get the 6 or not to, just to get a couple of 5s and be in a position of advancement there at the moment. And Wade's wave I wasn't too sure about, and this compounded that. Beautiful second turn, full wrap carve, gets around this inside, jams it tight into another little float right towards the end. Beautiful surfing, and end up not having the priority and not having a score for the effort, and the time was a bummer.
Wade gliding into this one, doesn't see too much on offer down the line, pulls through the back. Michael Rodrigues now. Michael, an easy decision with priority to take this wave up into the first section. Nice hooking turn, bit of a transition snap to get a couple of turns on the end section. Just amazing how quick he whipped his board.
The 2 did, but this transition, the first turn's lovely, does what he has to do, big quick jab, but this turn drive into snap straight into that next one.
Oncoming section there, and Ezekiel's going to chase him down the line. Into the pocket, big layback jam. Drives up into the lip again. Both Ezekiel and Michael Rodrigues.
Real good. The transition and the speed. This one, see, first turn, nice float into a big layback snap. Boom, out of the lip. What surfing from these two guys? You called it spice. It's spicy, all right.
And Wade Carmichael on the outside. So a good size set. And Wade goes to some of those powerful rail turns that have been fetching him quarterfinal finishes at different stages throughout the opening events of the season.
Where I come from, they're on fire. And Wade, no difference in the level of performance, but a lot of difference in the quality of the wave.
Definitely, yeah. Zeke, I think in the past have kind of been guilty of trying to force that big move early on, and on both their last rides they flowed into rhythm and found their best numbers as a result. Here goes Wade trying to make up some ground on his rivals. Clean flow, something he's had all year. Really loads up off that bottom turn. Has solid timing too off the top.
Is just absolutely top shelf. Incredible. The flair and the looseness out of the top that Wade just delivered. Carving in again, up over the whitewater. A little bit mistimed, but still the energy, it didn't matter. Into that just tail wafting snap on the inside. You go, well, I don't know what else you could have done on that one.
Happened to be able to sneak up the inside like with a fast track, so, and it paid off in the end. That wave came, I was pretty damn buggered when I paddled into it, but yeah, I made it work, and it was really crucial for the heat win. I don't think I would have been in it without that. We just kind of talked about a really bad start, which was pretty, I thought the same. I paddled for a really bad wave and we were pushed real deep. It's a tricky wave out here because it's such a one zone to take off and everyone wants the inside, and it's so easy to pull everyone off the peak and make everyone too deep, and we were really all fighting for the inside and trying to hold that. And then
Newcastle's Ryan Callanan marching directly through to the round of 32 with some clutch moments in heat number 9. Right now, just under 15 minutes remaining, and Wade Carmichael, he got his best number on a previous ride, a 6, but it's Ezekiel who's out in front. He's got a couple of 6-point rides now. Went down nice, didn't it?
Yeah, it went down really nice, that's right.
13 and a half minutes to go on the outside. Carmichael chasing one of those top 2 spots with this ride up into the first section. Beautiful swoop, plenty of style. Again, just keeping those rails so clean, but this wave's going to run out of gas on the inside. The 6.18 that he's looking for. Rodrigues up, bit of foam on the face to deal with. He opts out of that one. 13 minutes to go. Ezekiel with priority sitting on the outside. Well, both of them are pretty fresh to the championship tour as well, so I'm sure they're still figuring out this lineup, but at the moment looking pretty engaged. Wade picking off the first wave of the set, didn't have priority. Ripping hard on this one into, and we know there is some points left in there. Michael Rodrigues now with a clean section to work with. Nice hook off the top. Needs something pretty dynamic to improve on that 517. Just sort of faded away on that ride.
To the 4.73 as his second, then to the 6.33, up to the 6.6. So continued to build, and he's made a decision here to use that priority.
A lot of speed to use on this first hack. Arcs it back into the pocket. Nice and critical. Now changing up his approach. Getting a couple of hits on the lip done before that wave came to a close. His 3rd year on the championship tour. Doesn't want to start thinking about hitting the qualifying series. Wants to bank some big results early in the season and get up into that top 22.
Let's have a look at this replay. Nice, bigger set wave, great angle, beautiful big carve. Little loss of the rail at the back end of that carve. That turn was beautiful. And then this last one as well. Oh, beautiful, 3 big turns of consequence. Judges will love that. What do you reckon, improve on the 6.33?
Oh, for sure. And I think that little disengagement of the rail through that first turn was really just a result of a little step in the wave. It was still a big move, and it threw plenty of water.
Let's have a look at it here in this replay. Drives out and then sets the rail, drive, and there's that little wobble. It actually happened a little earlier in the fins, didn't it? Then you saw the rail react a little bit after it. But again, you know, you're not really paying too much attention to something that small. It was pretty much nothing in the context of a beautiful turn, and then he throws that last one just as an exclamation mark on the performance and says, "What do you reckon, judges?"
Violence in his approach. I have to say, he threw himself into every turn, and as a result, he made a massive jump up the leaderboard. Back out to the lineup now, 4.5 minutes to go. Wade Carmichael choosing an insider to get on the attack, looking for a 6.18. Is it going to be enough?
The onus is on Wade to ride away. Let's have a look at this one. It is a bigger set, Wade, and it does stand up in front of him and give him some opportunity, but that section there, it looked like there was a little bit of a catch out of the bottom. Didn't lose much speed in that catch, still got up into the lip, but there was something that was just a little bit untidy about the ride. It didn't feel that convincing to me.
Yeah, just the finish here when he dropped to the bottom, he got a little stuck, didn't he?
That rail there caught and went deep into the water and still got up and made the turn, but there was something a bit messy in that end bit. Get some ribs in them. The second and third waves, as you can see here, the faces get groomed and they're a little cleaner and a little better. I don't know that that was the right choice for Wade.
Well, Ezekiel, he has to put it on the line with those first turns now. He's trying to throw away a 6.6. So nothing lost there. Wade's still inside, so he'll get back out. Ezekiel's not safe just yet. Some movement at the takeoff zone. Wade sizing it up. He's looking left, but Michael Rodrigues on the right. Wade needs something pretty big. Throws the reverse. Potentially would have been better off staying on the takeoff zone. Michael Rodrigues the inside. Not sure if he's going to up his heat score total. Ezekiel throws the reverse. Lands in the flats. Hangs onto it. And that's something that he has up his sleeve. Great aerialist.
Confidence regardless of where the score comes for Ezekiel.
Well, making his way in, can feel pretty confident. It doesn't feel like Wade Carmichael's going to get anywhere near that 6.18 on his last ride. So it'll be Michael Rodrigues and Ezekiel moving through to the round of 32.